Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at the Spear of Destiny. Moving right along, mythology tells us one thing, while archaeology tells us another. Is the Spear of Destiny a real item? What is the myth of the Spear of Destiny? Why is the spear believed to be so powerful? The Spear of Destiny is also known as the Holy Spear, the Holy Lance, and lastly, the Lance of Longinus. This spear is alleged to have pierced the side of Jesus as he hung on the cross during his crucifixion. The spear is mentioned in the Gospel of John 19:34, and it reads as, "One of the soldiers pierced his side with a lance, and immediately there came out blood and water." However, this reference is not mentioned in the Synoptic Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. According to tradition, the Romans planned to break the legs of Jesus. This was the practice known as curifragium. It was done to hasten the death during a crucifixion. Since it was the eve of the Sabbath, which is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, the followers of Jesus needed to entomb him in accordance to the Sabbath laws. Just before breaking Jesus' legs, the Romans realized that he was already dead. Therefore, there was no reason to break his legs. Just to make sure that he was dead, a Roman soldier stabbed him in the side. Extra-biblical tradition has it that the Roman was named Longinus. Though the Roman soldier's name was not mentioned in the Gospel of John, the oldest known references to the legend is in the apocryphal Gospel of Nicodemus. In the 4th century, Acts of Pilate, the soldier is identified as a centurion named Longinus, hence the name of the spear as Lancia Longini. In the year 586, in the Rabila Gospels, once again the Roman soldier Longinus is identified as the one who thrust his lance into the side of Jesus. In part 2, we will review in detail the story of this Roman legionnaire who became a Christian saint. Is then the Spear of Destiny a true story? For centuries, people have been fascinated by the tale. If it is true, then it would be regarded as a holy relic. However, throughout history, rulers have sought the spear for its believed powers. In fact, there are those who believe that the ruler who owns the spear has the power to conquer the world. Tradition has it that Constantine the Great owned the spear, and his success was attributed to the power of the relic. Unfortunately, the fabled weapon was eventually lost to time. Could this then have been the Christian symbol that Constantine saw on the eve of his famous battle? During the First Crusade, the Crusaders endured a long siege in the city of Antioch. After the miraculous discovery of the Holy Spear in the Temple of St. Peter, the Crusaders took on and defeated the massive forces of the Kerbogha. With the passage of time, the mythical spear was passed on to many rulers. These included Charles IV, the Holy Roman Emperor, and the most famous king of Bohemia. Charles IV was a passionate collector of holy relics, and stored the spear in Karlstein Castle among his collection. Upon his death, the spear was passed on to his son Sigmund. The new ruler transported the holy relic to Nuremberg, where it remained until the Napoleonic Wars. With the armies of Napoleon on the march and bringing war and devastation throughout the land, the Habsburg rulers decided to hide the mythical spear in the safety of the Vienna court treasury. With the advent of World War II, Adolf Hitler was convinced that the Spear of Destiny would lead him and the German people to greatness and victory. The superstitious Hitler then had the Spear of Destiny returned to Nuremberg, where it served as a sacred Nazi relic. Did the Spear of Destiny actually have any supernatural powers? Who knows? For some, this remains a mystery. If it did, we can rest assured it did not choose to share its powers with the Nazis. What then became of the Holy Spear after World War II? The mythical lance was discovered by American soldiers serving under General Patton. The general knew the legend well and proposed taking the Spear of Destiny to the United States. Eventually, orders came down and it was decided to return the spear to Austria. However, controversy abounds. Some believe that the Americans returned only a copy of the spear. There is a belief by some experts that the Spear of Austria only dates back to the 8th century and was made by the order of Charlemagne. What of modern technologies? Can we get an accurate dating of the spear? Recent analysis makes claim that the spear dates back to the 3rd or 4th century of the Common Era. we at least know that this is no way of the fabled spear of Longinus. What then happened to the original spear? Is there any truth behind its legendary powers? What do you think? The Spear of Destiny, fact or fiction? Thank you for joining us for this edition of Traveler's Tales. Please like and subscribe to Traveler's Tales, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Kartistos.